Today's my last day here in my house. Tomorrow I leave for Bali indefinitely, and it just feels like very bittersweet, so surreal. And I truly, like, I love my house. I love my house. This has been my home for the past year and a half where I've really sought refuge. This has been my haven. And yes, I'm moving to Bali, like, and it's very bittersweet, and it sucks. Like, I just can't live here anymore. My children are here. I don't really speak to my family, but my children live here. They're 14 and 18 years old. I just don't want to be here. I don't want to be here anymore. I have lived here almost 40 years of my life. There's so much more to the world. There's so much more to the world than just this little piece of backyard, this house. There's so much to see, and I don't want to see it only 2 times a year, only 2 weeks a year. I want a vacation. I want to travel for all my life, but just know that there are sacrifices. There are sacrifices that are made, and this is one of them, having to give up my house yet again. Willingly, but having to do this in order to get to what I want. This is the closing of a chapter and the beginning of another one, and it's beautiful, it's bittersweet, but at the same time it's the bitter part now. It's the bitter part now.
Why am I moving to Spain? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the soft launching of martial law by the President of the United States. Maybe it's the fact that people sitting in our government system are siding with Christian nationalists who want to remove the right for women to vote. Maybe it's the fact that there's an official filing now to overturn the right of same-sex marriage. Maybe it goes all the way back to when Roe versus Wade was overturned, knowing then, right then, that we as women are completely fucked. It's never been about protecting children. It's never been about immigrants doing it the legal way. And it's definitely never been about lowering the price of fucking eggs. What it has been completely about this entire time is control, money, power, authoritarianism, the patriarchy, but it's never been about the people. None of this has ever been about the people. So we the people are fucking leaving.
Hi, my name's Charlotte, and I'm building a platform that will help vulnerable Americans leave the USA. I'm working with an amazing group of volunteers to help build Help Me Leave, and we're working really hard right now on researching exit pathways and building the website. Being an immigrant is not an easy option, and we know that many of the people who are most at risk have a lot of things to think about, right? Disability, gender, sexuality, race. So we want to make it really easy for you to understand your options and your choices and some of the compromises that you might have to make. If you want to stay up to date on the development, then follow me. And if you want to help, we still need quite a lot of things. We need researchers, and there's some other skills that we need. So I'll pop them up on the screen here. And if that speaks to you, give me a DM as well. This is about the USA right now, but my big vision is a platform that helps anybody who is at risk move to safety. I know that being anti-immigrant is very popular, very in fashion right now, but every single human being alive today is alive because an ancestor of theirs moved. They moved for safety, they moved for opportunity, sometimes they were moved against their will. Whatever the billionaires want us to think, moving to new places is a fundamental part of being human, and I want to help people build lives that are safe and fulfilling. Wish me luck.
Guys, it is sad that a lot of people are leaving US, but the saddest part is US citizens actually creating an avenue in moving their other fellow citizens to another particular country. Anyways, hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's Sonia, and I'm back again with another mind-blowing video. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are fine. Hope you guys are good. If this is the first time tuning in, do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comment, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. I have a bunch of videos for you guys to catch up, and you are going to also use your hand and see reasons why these persons are actually leaving. Like, it's not all about even the tariff of a thing. There are other reasons that are included that they're not even sharing online, and this time around I did some of my research and I've been able to get some clips that will actually interest you guys. Thank you so much for every single person that subscribed to my channel, and I'm very, very grateful. Thank you for 130 subscribers, and I hope that as you're watching, you actually subscribe. And this video is also for educational purpose. Every video and stitches you see us stitch in this particular video, credit belongs to the original creators of the video. Let's go ahead and watch this video before I come back with my commentaries. Their reasons will actually shock you. Anyways, let's go there, guys.
Americans are leaving America, and it is not for vacation. It's for survival. A growing wave of Americans are packing up, terrified by Trump's dictatorship, Republican fascism, and Democrats' capitulation. Interracial couples, LGBT plus individuals, people of color, and intelligent people in general are seeing their rights replaced with restrictions. In Ireland, U.S. passport applications hit their highest level in a decade, up 60% in just 2 months. France is seeing long-term stay visas for Americans up 20%. Portugal, Spain, UK, relocation companies can barely keep up with the demand. Traffic to Blacksit Global, which helps Black Americans relocate, surged 50% after the election. Some are leaving quietly, like a trans couple in Colorado, because Trump wrongly says there are only 2 genders. States are moving to ban gender care, so they're planning their exit. Google searches for how to leave the U.S. spiked after the election, and real estate deals for Americans in Spain surged before the Golden Visa program was shut down. European culture is different than American culture, and many won't adjust. And of course, Europe has its issues. Immigrations, taxes. Putin expected to take Moldova and then Romania with his eyes on the rest of Europe for the new Russian Empire. But a possibility of another European war is a safer bet than staying in a country that is already a fascist dictatorship.
Why I want to leave the U.S.
Why do I want to leave this nation of ours and live somewhere else? Where's better? Well, I still haven't done the research for where's better, but let me tell you why I want to leave. I want to leave because I don't want to live in a place or raise my children in a place that bans books and websites and words that can be used in research. I don't want to live in a place that's censoring our media so badly that we don't know what's going on in the rest of the world. I don't want to live in a place with terrible health care. I don't want to live in a place where childcare costs more than my mortgage. I don't want to live in a place where my daughter will not have as many rights as I did or my mother did. I don't want to live in a place that RFK Jr. is in charge of any type of health service, ever. I don't want to live in a fascist oligarchy. I don't want to live in a place that makes the CDC stop giving us information and drops out of the World Health Organization. So I don't know what to do. I really badly want to leave the United States. I would be gone tomorrow if I could make it happen. And my husband doesn't. He thinks that someone's going to save us. He thinks Congress or checks and balances or Democrats or someone is not going to let the worst happen. And I don't know how many other ways to try and convince him. I don't think that's going to happen. I want better for us. I want better for our kids. I want them to have a worldly, cultured childhood, and I want them to grow up in a better place than this. This is not a good life. And he's an engineer. I'm a nurse. We don't make a ton, but we're fine. But not here. This sucks. How do I get him on board with moving away from the United States?
I said from the beginning part of this video, these people are not only moving out of US, but they are going, the annoying part is they are going to countries that are not even up to the standard of US. They are going to countries that if you have to put US and those countries are going to be greater. But what are these people looking out for? These people are looking out for serenity. They are looking out for sound mind. They are looking out for places they can live cheaply, affordably, and then do things the way they feel like they want to do their things. You understand? You can see that some of them are even leaving their family behind. Some of them, their husbands say they're not actually going to follow them because they don't really want to move out. But they are still moving out, despite the fact that their families, their children are still not going with them. What do you think might be your reason if you want to leave US today? Let me know in the comment section. I love to get your opinion and thoughts in the comment section. Let's be able to digress and digest this together. We love our comment section because that is one of the places where we actually do communicate very well. See, guys, I'll just allow you guys enjoy and I'll roll out the remaining few clips I have for you guys. Then I'll be back with commentary so that you guys can actually see the shocking reasons why some of these people are actually leaving the US. And mind you, US citizens are leaving, not immigrants. So let's get that clear so that some persons will not be like, oh, these are immigrants. These are US citizens that have stayed in US and they are leaving. Anyways, let's go back and I'll come back with commentaries.
Because America is just ghetto as fuck and has been for quite some time. So this is a very great question that was asked on one of my videos that I did yesterday that got a lot of commentary. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Travel Queen and your favorite Leo. And I talk about how my Black family of four, we have moved out of the United States, okay? We been gone, y'all. So for all of you guys that are on talking about something, you ain't about to do it anyways, I'm ignoring you. I don't even care about your comment. But what I'm here to do is be a resource for those of you who want this information. So I saw a lot of comments under the video asking, case in point, where are people going? All right. I also saw a comment that was quite interesting that said, well, we aren't accepted most places. Like, where is that information coming from? I find that comments like that oftentimes come from people that have not traveled. They ain't been nowhere but outside their own neighborhood, okay? So the list of countries that I'm going to give you, they are also very welcoming to African Americans. If you feel like you want to stay closer to the United States, then you don't want to obviously go further out to like a Bali or Thailand. But these countries, you want to start by researching what the visa processes are. You want to see what the financial requirements are for you to be in that country legally. Because I would never say plan this, start planning, and be in a country illegally, all right? No, we're not doing that. So here is a list of countries that you can start researching for yourself and get the information. I'm here as a resource. If you would like to book a consultation with me, you can. All right, here we go. Ghana, Belize, Portugal, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Thailand, Mexico, Bali, Philippines, and Vietnam. Now, some of these places you might be thinking to yourself, what? Wow. See, that reaction, it automatically goes away when you travel to these different countries. And that's why I like traveling so much, because when you travel outside of the United States, you learn that the cost of living is cheaper. You can live way less than what you lived on in the United States. The food, it's much better. They're not sprayed with all of these pesticides and GMO products, right? Oftentimes, when you go outside the United States and stay for at least a month, your health is going to change. The air is different. They judge us really hard in the United States as it relates to our credit. When you move outside of the United States, people don't care about what your credit looks like. And you can go and apply for an apartment in the United States and get denied for a home loan, for a car loan, based off of your credit. That is non-existent in another country. The quality of living and the peace that you experience, even while traveling, and for myself and just living abroad and traveling so much, the peace that I have experienced has been a peace that I have never experienced inside the United States. The freedom that I have experienced by traveling and being outside of the United States has been a freedom that I have never experienced inside the United States. It's been a freedom that I didn't even know that I needed. The quality of life outside of the United States is just better. Everything in the United States we know is just big and grand. If you go to McDonald's, you got a Big Mac, you got a large fry, an extra large soda. Why do you need all of that? You don't need all of the stuff that we have accumulated in the United States. You get up, you work your 9-to-5 job, and that is the only thing that we are accustomed to, that we are programmed to understand in our lives, that we are just worth working a 9-to-5 job and that we don't have time to do anything else. There is more to life than just working and living paycheck to paycheck. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I always say that your gifts will make room for you. And I truly believe that. There have been numerous amounts of expats that I've talked to, even myself. Your gifts will make room for you. If you don't have a remote job, okay, I get it. What skills do you possess that you can offer? What service can you offer to people in another country that will bring in a constant income for you living abroad? Ask yourself that. Now, obviously, when you want to move out of the country, this is a research-based decision that you need to do. I recommend narrowing this list of countries down to 2 or 3 places, have your passport ready, and take some time and travel to at least 2 to 3 of these countries to see what feels like home to you. After you do that, then start planning. If you need some additional assistance, I am here as a resource. All of my links, my websites, my Calendly link is in my link tree. You can book a consultation with me, a one-on-one consultation with me, to get a lot of your questions answered that you maybe just don't have time to research, or you're just lost and you need some inspiration. Hit me up. All of my links are in my bio. I hope this list was helpful to you all.
Do not travel to America. Do not travel to America for the next 4 years. Especially as a black or brown person. You do not want to get caught up in Trump's deportations. I'm sure by now you've heard of the German and UK tourists who were arrested by ICE and detained for days. Allegedly, the German tourists were chained. You do not want that to be your story, especially if you are taking your family on holiday with you. We already know that Trump has a checkered history with racism, and he's managed to infect a large proportion of that country. Do not spend your hard-earned money on a country that does not appreciate you as a black or brown person. For the next 4 years, the world is your oyster. Maldives, Thailand, Bali, Hong Kong, Mexico, Dominican Republic, Jamaica. These are all amazing places. Let's not go to a country that's increasingly becoming lawless. A country where the president has no respect for the rule of law. A country where the president ignores federal judges. My family and I go to Florida every single year. We love Disney, we love Universal. But for the next 4 years, we're going to be going anywhere but. And I think that you should all do the same. Do not travel to America. Pass it on.
I'm an American that lives abroad, and I'm here to tell you that you can do it too. I left the States about 2.5 years ago, and I used to live in Japan, in Tokyo, and now I live in Shanghai, in China. And the quality of my life has skyrocketed. My professional opportunities, my income, my mental health, my physical health, and the way that I move through the world has completely changed in so many better ways since I left America. America's in a really tough spot right now, as we know, and it's not looking good. As a lot of people are starting to research and learn more and travel more, they're starting to realize the way that people live in other countries. In Japan, in China, in a lot of places in Asia, in Europe, in South America. There are hundreds of millions of people living better lives than you currently are in America, and it's really hard to hear that, but it's true. And I am somebody that has actually made the jump and gone to another place, got rid of all my stuff in America, decided that I probably aren't going back, and it was the best decision I ever made. So you may think that it's difficult and impossible. It is not. Anything that is worth it is challenging, but this can be the most consequential decision that you ever make in your life. And so many people all over the world have left America and have built beautiful, healthy, happy lives in so many other places. I found a life for me in Asia, and you can find somewhere in a lot of other places based on your preferences, the type of people you want to be around, the opportunities you want to pursue, etc., etc. So it is possible. I genuinely want you to believe that you can do it if it's something that you are interested in. And a lot of people are interested, and it's really, really great. So I hope you consider it. Follow for more.
Why am I moving to Spain? Oh,
I don't know, but congrats.
I don't know. Maybe it's the soft launching of martial law by the President of the United States. Maybe it's the
So you don't have a problem with crime, but you have a problem with police coming in and protecting people in these crime-ridden areas. Liberals are amazing.
fact that people sitting in our government system are siding with Christian nationalists who want to remove the right for women to vote. Maybe
We are a Christian nation. I'm always going to side with the Christian nationalists. I am a Christian nationalist.
it's the fact that there's an official filing now to overturn the right of same-sex marriage. Maybe
Should have always been left up to each state because different states have different religious beliefs. Because we are America.
it goes all the way back to when Roe versus Wade was overturned. Knowing
And leave it up to the states. No problem for me.
right then, that we as women are completely fucked. It's never been about protecting children.
It's always about protecting children. Y'all don't want to have the children, but you want to go through the act. That's the problem.
never been about immigrants doing it the legal way. And it's
Everything is about doing it the legal way. See, the problem is liberals have this mindset that rules don't apply, laws don't apply, history doesn't apply. But yet they want to go to another country that's, well, not going to be so inviting once they start getting all these liberals. But oh yeah, let's get out anyway.
May I just remind some people, because I think there are some videos that I actually posed that some persons were like, it is not the US citizens that are leaving. It is the immigrant, not immigrant this time around. Some immigrants have decided to deport themselves because of the high cost of living, because of the fact that they see that their peace of mind is no longer intact. I have a US woman here in Nigeria that we met on TikTok. And as I'm talking to you guys, she has bought a house here in Nigeria. She will tell me that apart from the insecurity that Nigeria have and bad governments, like this place give her more, how do I put it? This place give her more peace. You understand? She don't need to be thinking of a lot of things at the same time, thinking of the US tariff, thinking of the tax, and so on and so forth. I don't know if you guys get what I'm trying to say. So even if you ask the woman that, will you be moving? She will tell you that, no, like this is a woman that is born and brought up in the US, like spent over 50 years of her life. She's in her mid-50s right now, and she's telling you that she's not going anywhere. And if you check from the videos I've been able to stitch as well, people that have stayed, like from the first video, she has stayed in US for over 40 years of her life. She have her daughter and her son, but she decided to say, okay, I need my peace of mind. I'm tired of every single thing that I'm going through here. A lot of people are tired. The problem is, some persons do not even have money to move. Do you think there's any reasons attached for them moving? Let me know as well in the comment section. Like I said, I love us to digest more in the comment section because that is the place where we learn. If I am wrong, please do well to correct me because I keep saying it. I'm not correct, absolutely correct in everything that I said. Feel free to correct me if there are other reasons apart from these reasons that these persons have actually stated the reasons why they're actually leaving. Myself and you know that the Trump tariffs has really skyrocketed a lot of things and people can no longer even afford the common meal that they usually do afford. You understand? Groceries keep skyrocketing up east, west, north, and south. A lot of things that are supposed to be in another direction is moving towards a certain direction that a lot of people are really, really pissed off with. So I feel like if you have the money, you want to move, feel free, move. And let me know in the comment section, will you be willing to move out of Nigerians? I want to really get your opinion as well. It is not only just moving out. I've seen that a lot of Americans are now retiring in another country. I've done a video about it where you see Americans tell you that they want to retire in another country. They don't even want to retire in the US. You understand? So there are a lot of reasons to these people. And guys, let me know what your thoughts is. If you have not subscribed, do not subscribe. Like this video, drop me a comment, and lastly, do not forget to share. And yes, with no further ado, I don't like always say in my videos, I'm going to be safe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. My daughter is in the car already, so I need to hit the road. Bye for now. I love you. Destiny, say hi to the camera.